Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Geek in the Closet, and today we are going to be looking at this Marvel's War Machine from the Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure wave by Marvel Legends Hasbro. Now, as usual, Marvel's War Machine comes in the standardized Marvel Legends window box packaging. As you can see, War Machine is clearly displayed right here together with his alternative head and the Hulkbuster Build-A-Figure head right there. And on this side, you can actually see an illustration of the figure itself, similarly to the other side. And on the back, you can actually read a very brief bio of the character himself and together with the rest of the wave. Now here's a look at Marvel's War Machine outside of his box packaging, and I must say, you guys, I'm actually very happy the fact that they've actually created a Colonel James Rhodes War Machine figure according to the new Avengers Age of Ultron movie. And yeah, I must say that I'm actually I'm pretty satisfied with this figure. I do have my gripes about this figure as usual, and I'll be actually mentioning them as we go along with this review. Now, having a closer look at War Machine's face sculpt right here, well done. I'm actually very happy. Even though the color scheme and whatever is actually very plain, it's just a mixture of silver metallic together with black, as you can see. But you know, obviously it's according to the movie version of War Machine, so I'm actually not complaining that much. Now you can actually notice something to note, that you can actually notice like some red paint around his eyes right there, and of course all the way to the back you can actually see the helmet sculpted all the way to the back as usual, coming up here and to the sides as well. And something to mention about his weapon right here, I'm not a very big fan of this particular weapon coming out from his the back of his suit right here. I'm actually more of I actually prefer a War Machine to have like bigger weapons instead of this predator looking weapon, plasma rifle, I'm assuming right here. But obviously this is also according to the his appearance in the Age of Ultron movie, and so I'm not complaining that much. Now moving downwards to his torso area, you can actually notice like the word Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes right there, printed onto his suit, which is pretty cool. And you can actually see like probably his unit number is over here as well. It says FF something 445, which is really a nice touch. Reactor, not exactly a reactor right here because he doesn't have one, I guess. Nothing much right here. A little bit of red paint similarly to the eyes painted around it. I love his of course his stomach area right here, very nicely painted, very nicely sculpted as well. And moving backwards, you can actually see more sculpting happening right there. And oh yeah, I totally forgot that he actually has another peg hole on the back of his suit right here. It's basically, if you have like two of these weapons, probably you can actually fit them into the other peg hole right there. Now here's a look at his arms. Of course, he comes with this very big ass shoulder padding, shoulder guard right there, I guess you can call it. It's actually made from a softer plastic to avoid articulation hindrance, obviously. And then moving downwards, very nicely sculpted on his arms. I love how this turned out. Probably this I would consider them as gauntlets. Very nicely done. And I'm not too sure about why there are actually peg holes. No, wait, sorry, there's not exactly peg holes, but it's actually the joints, and they seem like peg holes right there, but they're not. And looking to the other side, you will notice this logo printed onto his arm right there, if you can see. Yep, there you go. And they both come with the closed fists, and they do not come with interchangeable hands. Now moving downwards, you can see a very nice sculpting on his legs once more. together with the silver metallic paint as well. The mixture is right there. I'm not too sure if you can actually see, like, on the black metallic parts, you will notice like a little bit of glitter, like the paint sort of gives like this glittering effect, and I'm not exactly a fan of that, but I guess I can overlook that. It's not exactly a big deal. And yeah, there you go. And the bottom of his feet, he comes with 2 peg holes. Now, in terms of our accessories, War Machine comes with the head of the Hulkbuster, and I immediately noticed there are actually some paint scuffs at the bottom of his eye right there and towards the side of his eye as well, and that is very, very unfortunate. But I guess it's possible for me to touch it up, and you can actually notice like the mispaint, that red area right there above his eye compared to this one. That bothers me a little bit, but I guess, you know what you're gonna do. And also he comes with an alternative head where you can actually see Colonel Rhodes' face right there, and I'm pretty happy because he does look very, very similar to the actor. Crap, I cannot think about his name at the moment for some reason. This is embarrassing. I really can't think of his name at the moment, but yeah, he does really look like him. And so that's pretty cool that this figure actually comes together with this particular accessory. Now, just to show you how he looks like together with his face exposed, what you're gonna do is basically just pop his head out right there, and mine is very, it's held on very, very tightly together, and that is a good thing. There you go. And what you're gonna do is just pop that right in there, and wow, as you can, if you notice, this ball joint right here is freaking humongous, making it very, very difficult. Wow, it actually, requires a significant force for my figure anyway. And wow, I'm not able to put it in very easily for some reason. Holy shit. Oh my god. Is it in? Oh, there you go. Holy crap, there you go. And here he looks together with his open helmet right there. Now, in terms of articulation, War Machine has articulated weapon. This weapon of his, this back plasma rifle of his, is actually articulated like so. It swivels and then it moves up and down, which is cool. I guess that you can consider it as able to swivel over here as well, which is nice. His head is able to turn left and right very well. Downward movement, not so much. Upward movement as well, not so much, due to how the helmet is actually sculpted. His arms is able to move out this much. His shoulder pads, as mentioned, does not hinder his articulation on his arms. Is able to move outwards this much. He does have a double hinged elbow, which bends like so. He does have a wrist swivel. Yep. And does he have a hinge on his wrist? No, he doesn't have any hinges on his wrist. He does have an ab articulation right there. It's a swivel. There is no waist articulation right there whatsoever. He is able to do the splits. There you go. And he does have a double jointed knee over there. I'm not going to force it, but because I feel like this part is a little bit brittle for me. Oh, not forgetting, of course, his upper thigh swivel right there as well, and his ankles are not exactly articulated, and it doesn't swivel due to the how his boots are sculpted. Now here's a look at War Machine next to the Marvel Selects Mark 43 Iron Man figure. And now here's a look at War Machine next to some of the other members of the Avengers. Now overall, I'm actually very satisfied with this War Machine figure. It's something about the black and metallic silver color scheme for Iron Man suits that really get me. I don't know. I pretty much prefer these kind of color schemes compared to the traditional gold and maroon colored suits. So yeah, but I guess that's just me. And yeah, so that's it for my review, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.